My beloved child, if you believe this, like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you believe in God, type, I really love you, God. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. God bless you, my child. Type Amen.
My beloved child, I see the weight you carry, the struggles you face, and the pain that resides deep within you. In moments of silence, when no one is around, you feel it, the burden of everything you're going through. I understand, for I too have walked the earth, feeling every sorrow, every moment of despair. You are not alone in your journey. Do you feel as though no one truly understands? That no one can comprehend the depth of your heartache? It may seem as though your pain is too great to share, too heavy to speak aloud. But I want you to know that I am right here beside you, feeling every moment with you. The pain you hold in your heart does not go unnoticed. Every tear you shed, every sigh that escapes, I see it, I feel it. I have walked among you, knowing the sting of betrayal, the sorrow of loss, and the pain of isolation. But even in the darkest moments, when it seemed that hope was lost, I was never far from you. I was with you, holding you close, even when you could not feel my presence. You are not defined by your pain, my child. You are not your brokenness, your failures, or your mistakes. What I see when I look at you is not the wounds, but the strength to rise from them. You may not feel strong now, but deep within you, I have placed a spirit that cannot be broken. That strength is your true identity. I know that you may question why you must endure such trials. Why does it seem like the world is against you? Or why does it feel like the burden is too heavy to bear? You may wonder why the pain lingers, why the hurt never seems to end. But know this, each moment you endure brings you closer to a deeper understanding of yourself and of the power I have placed within you. Each trial is an opportunity to rise, to learn, to grow. In those moments when you feel like you can't go on, when you feel overwhelmed, I ask you to look within. Do you hear my voice calling out to you? I am here, whispering words of love and hope into your heart. Trust in me, for I am the light that guides you through the darkness. I know how difficult it can be to hold on when everything around you seems to be falling apart. But trust in this, I will never leave you. No matter how far you feel from me, I am always near. My love for you is unshakable. My care for you is unwavering. You may wonder why I allow you to face these challenges, but it is not because I want to see you suffer. It is because through these challenges, you are being shaped into the person you are destined to become. Every experience, every hardship is part of the process that will bring you to a place of strength and wisdom that you could not gain any other way. Do not be discouraged by the moments of uncertainty. You are in the process of becoming who you were always meant to be. With every step, even the ones that seem like setbacks, you are moving closer to your purpose. It may feel like the storm will never end, but I am with you through it all. Trust in my timing. Trust that everything you are going through is part of a bigger plan, a plan that I have crafted specifically for you. Even when the way ahead seems unclear, I ask you to hold on and keep walking. I will never let go of you. I know that sometimes you feel unseen. It may seem like no one notices your struggles, that your efforts go unappreciated, but I see you. I see the quiet sacrifices you make, the unseen acts of love, the quiet moments of prayer when no one is looking. Your heart does not go unnoticed in my eyes. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but I ask you to trust that everything has a purpose. There is meaning behind every trial, every sorrow, and every joy. You are being molded into someone extraordinary, someone who will be able to help others who will walk the same path. My beloved child, the pain you feel today will not last forever. The struggle, the heartache, the confusion, it is only temporary. You are on a journey to a brighter day. There is a new chapter waiting for you, a chapter filled with healing, restoration, and joy. The storm will pass, and when it does, you will emerge stronger, more resilient, and more capable of embracing the fullness of life. In the midst of your pain, remember this: you are deeply loved. I hold you in my heart. and I cherish you beyond measure. You are not alone. You are never forgotten. The world may not always show you kindness, but I will always show you love. I understand that you may have doubts. You may question why life is so hard, or why it seems like everything is against you. But do not give in to despair. Instead, look up to me and know that I am here for you. I am your refuge in the storm, your strength when you are weak, and your hope when everything around you seems hopeless. The path ahead may seem uncertain, but I am walking with you every step of the way. I will provide for you, protect you, and guide you. When you are lost, I will show you the way. When you are weak, I will give you strength. When you are afraid, I will comfort you. Do not be afraid of your pain. Do not fear the trials you face. They are only stepping stones on the path to your destiny. With each step you take, you are becoming the person I created you to be. Trust in this process, even when it seems difficult, for it is leading you to something beautiful. I want you to remember that you are not just enduring pain for the sake of it. You are learning, growing, and becoming more than you ever thought possible. Each challenge is refining you, shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of life with grace and strength. You are precious to me. You are worth more than gold, more than anything this world can offer. And no matter what happens, I will never leave you. You are my beloved child, and I will always be here to guide you through every storm, every heartache, every trial. So take heart, my child. Hold on to hope, for the best is yet to come. Your pain will not last forever. You are being prepared for something great, something far beyond what you can imagine. Keep walking, keep trusting, and know that I am with you every step of the way. You are stronger than you think, and together we will overcome anything that comes our way. The future is bright, and I will be by your side, always. The future you have ahead is filled with unimaginable blessings, even if today all you can see is the shadow of your struggles. You may be in a season where every step feels like a battle, but let me remind you, my child, that each battle is only shaping you for something greater. Your path may seem unclear, and the obstacles may seem insurmountable, but you are walking with a strength you have yet to fully recognize. Have you ever stopped to wonder why you keep pushing forward despite the heaviness of it all? It's not by your own power. It's the spark within you, the spirit I placed in your heart that refuses to give up. You were not created to quit. You were created to persevere, to rise above the challenges, and to transform every pain into a stepping stone that brings you closer to your purpose. I know there are days when the pain feels like it will consume you, when you can't see the light through the darkness. But I want you to know that even in those times, you are not alone. The world may seem vast and cold, but I am your refuge, your safe haven in the storm. No matter how far you feel from me, I am always near, watching over you with love and care. Look at the moments of quiet in your life. When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply pause and listen? In those quiet spaces, I am speaking to you. The peace you seek is not found in the noise of the world, but in the stillness of your heart. There, in the silence, you will hear my voice calling you, reminding you of the hope you carry within. You might be asking, how can I find that peace when the world is so overwhelming? The answer lies in trusting that I am with you through it all. The peace I offer doesn't come from circumstances, but from within. It is a peace that transcends understanding, a peace that guards your heart and mind, even in the most difficult seasons. This is the moment where you must choose. Will you allow your pain to define you, or will you let it refine you? You are not meant to stay in the valley forever. The mountains are waiting for you. Every trial you face is preparing you for a higher place, for a greater purpose, one that will be revealed in its fullness when the time is right. Your current pain is not the end of your story. It's a chapter that will soon give way to the next, more beautiful chapter. Every time you feel like giving up, I ask you to remember the resilience that runs through your veins. You have been through challenges before, and you've come out stronger. You have survived every storm in your life up until this point, and you will continue to overcome. The strength within you is endless, and it is my strength that sustains you. But there's more. Even now, in the midst of your hardship, I am preparing you for a future that you cannot yet imagine. You may not see it, but I am already working on your behalf. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you think. Stay faithful. Keep moving forward, even when it feels like you are walking in the dark. Every step you take is bringing you closer to the promise that awaits. So many of you are struggling with feelings of doubt, wondering if it's all worth it. You question whether your dreams will ever come true, or whether you will ever feel the joy and peace you long for. You are not the only one who feels this way. Every person you meet is on their own journey, facing their own battles. But remember, my child, your story is unique, and your breakthrough will come in a way that is tailored specifically for you. It may seem like everything is taking longer than expected, but my timing is perfect. What you are going through now is part of the plan, and the lessons you are learning will carry you to a place of greater understanding and strength. Trust that I know the path ahead, and that I am guiding you toward a future that will make sense of all your suffering. I want you to take a moment to reflect on the journey you have walked so far. Think about all the times you've wondered how you would make it, and yet here you are, still standing, still moving forward. Every challenge you've faced has been a lesson, and every hardship has shaped you into the person you are today. Do not discount your progress, no matter how small it may seem. The fact that you are still standing is a testament to your strength and perseverance. Do you know that your pain has a purpose? It may not feel that way now, but there is meaning in every challenge, every setback, and every heartache. I am not wasting any of your experiences. I am using every moment to build something greater in you. The story of your life is far from over, and the best chapters are still to come. As you navigate through this difficult season, know that I am with you every step of the way. You do not have to figure everything out on your own. You do not have to carry the weight of your burdens alone. I am here to help you, to guide you, and to walk alongside you as you face each challenge. Trust that with every step you take, you are getting closer to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. You are stronger than you realize, and your journey is not in vain. Every step, no matter how difficult, is bringing you closer to the person you are meant to be. You are becoming more than what you see in the mirror. You are becoming the person who will inspire others, the person who will rise above their circumstances, and the person who will shine the light of hope in a world that desperately needs it. So I ask you to trust in me, even when the path ahead is unclear. Trust that I have a plan for your life, one that is filled with hope, purpose, and love. Even when you cannot see it, I am at work, orchestrating every detail of your life. The storms you face will eventually pass, and when they do, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more equipped to fulfill the destiny I have set before you. Remember, you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are deeply loved, and I am with you always. Even when the world seems silent, know that I am speaking to you. Even when you feel lost, know that I am guiding you. The future is bright, and your best days are ahead. Your best days are ahead. What you're walking through now will not last forever. You may be facing challenges that seem insurmountable, but remember, this moment is just one chapter in a much larger story. The trials you face today will eventually fade away, and in their place, a new strength will emerge from within you. Have you ever noticed how the toughest storms give way to the clearest skies? Your life is no different. It may seem like the winds are howling and the rain is relentless, but I want you to hold on. The clouds will part, the sun will shine again, and when it does, you will look back and see how far you've come. You will realize that everything you've been through was preparing you for this moment, the moment when you stand tall, stronger, and more resilient than ever before. What if this is the moment that your breakthrough happens? What if everything you've been waiting for is just around the corner? It's so easy to focus on what's wrong, what's broken, or what seems out of reach. But I want to remind you to turn your gaze to the future, not in worry or fear, but in hope and expectancy. Hope is the fuel that will keep you moving when everything else feels like it's falling apart. It's okay to feel unsure. It's okay to feel tired. But don't let those feelings define you. I see the strength in you, the determination that refuses to quit. Even when you feel like you've given all you have, there's a reservoir inside of you, a well of courage, strength, and faith that you haven't yet tapped into. And I'm here, right beside you, to help you draw from it when you need it most. The world may try to tell you that you're not enough, that your efforts aren't good enough. But I say to you, you are enough. I have made you with a purpose, a destiny that no one else can fulfill. There is greatness within you, even in your weakest moments. What you see as a limitation, I see as an opportunity for growth. Every challenge you face is a chance to strengthen the muscles of your heart, your spirit, and your mind. Look at the mountains around you. Do you see them as obstacles, or do you see them as a reminder of the power I've given you to move them? Yes, my child, you have the power to move mountains. Not because you're perfect, or because the path will always be easy, but because my strength flows through you. With every step you take, you are equipped to overcome. The mountains that once seemed too high are now within your reach, and the strength to climb them is already in you. I know that you felt disappointment. You felt the sting of dreams unfulfilled, promises broken, and hopes dashed. But I ask you to hold on to one truth. I am a God of restoration. I don't just fix what's broken. I make all things new. The pieces of your heart that feel shattered, the dreams that seem impossible, I am able to take them, breathe new life into them, and restore them to something greater than you could ever imagine. Are you willing to trust that I will restore everything you've lost? Not in the way you expect, but in a way that will bring you peace and joy far beyond what you've ever known? Your journey has meaning, and the lessons you're learning now will be the foundation for the incredible future I have for you. But let me tell you this, my child, your past does not define you. No mistake, no regret, no failure will ever disqualify you from the love and purpose I have for you. What happened before doesn't matter as much as the choice you make now. Will you continue to move forward in faith, trusting that I am working everything out for your good? Will you choose to believe that every setback is only a setup for something greater? I know it's hard. I know the road feels long and the obstacles seem insurmountable, but you are not walking this road alone. I am with you, leading you, guiding you, and strengthening you every step of the way. The days of struggle and pain will eventually give way to peace, joy, and fulfillment. What you are sowing today in tears, you will reap tomorrow in joy. Think about how far you've come. There were days when you thought you wouldn't make it, but look at you now. You're still standing. You're still moving forward. Every battle, every tear, every moment of doubt has not defeated you. It has only refined you. You are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you realize. But don't stop now. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on me. The best is yet to come. You are on the verge of a breakthrough, a moment where everything you've been praying for, working toward, and hoping for will come into fruition. Keep moving forward, even when the road seems uncertain. Your faith, your perseverance, and your trust in me will carry you through. In the quiet moments when you feel overwhelmed, remember this: I am with you. In the moments when the pain feels too much to bear, know that I am your refuge. In the times when you feel weak, I am your strength. You are never alone in this journey. I am walking beside you, and I will continue to guide you to the future that I have planned for you. Take a moment and breathe. Inhale deeply and release all the worries, fears, and doubts that are weighing you down. Let go of the things that are out of your control and place them in my hands. Trust that I am working behind the scenes to bring about the good that I have promised. I will never leave you, and I will never let you go. Are you ready to embrace the future with hope and faith? Are you willing to trust that every moment, even the painful ones, is part of my plan to prepare you for something incredible? The journey ahead will not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Keep your eyes fixed on the promise, and know that I will carry you through every storm. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is closer than you think. Each step you take, no matter how small, is leading you closer to the moment when everything you've been praying for will come to fruition. Sometimes the road seems long and the progress feels slow, but I want you to remember this. Every small victory, every ounce of strength you muster is part of something much greater. Have you ever been in a situation where you couldn't see the full picture? Where the fog of uncertainty clouded your vision and you couldn't imagine how things could ever get better? I know it's difficult. Trust me, I understand what it's like to feel lost in the dark. But even in the darkest moments, remember that there is light ahead. Your struggles are not the end of your story. They are just the beginning of the transformation that's coming your way. Imagine for a moment how you'll feel when you finally reach that breakthrough. Think about how every challenge you've overcome will feel like a testament to your resilience and faith. The strength you're building now will serve you well in the future. This moment, this struggle, this pain is not the end. It is only preparing you for the greatness that's ahead. I know it's hard to believe when everything feels uncertain, but I ask you to trust that even when you can't see it, I am working on your behalf. I am moving mountains you can't yet see, orchestrating your steps and preparing the way for your victory. The trials you face are temporary, and the triumphs you will experience will last forever. Even in the quiet, when everything feels still, I am working behind the scenes. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've shed has been heard. You might not feel it now, but know that the seeds you've planted are sprouting, even if you can't yet see the fruit. The harvest is coming, my child. It will come in ways that will astound you. But here's something important. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. The person you are becoming is even more important than the place you're going. Through every struggle, every setback, I am refining you, molding you into the person you were meant to be. I am giving you the strength to face anything that comes your way. I understand that you've been through so much. The weight of your past mistakes, regrets, or even the pain you've suffered might seem unbearable at times. But I want you to know that those burdens don't define you. They do not determine your future. What matters is the decision you make now, in this moment, to rise above and move forward in faith. You are not your past. You are not defined by what happened before. You are defined by the courage you choose to show today. I know the road ahead may seem daunting. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it, whether you should keep going. But I ask you to trust in the process. I ask you to trust in my plan. I've seen the future, and I can promise you that it is filled with hope, peace, and blessings. Hold on. Your persistence will pay off. Have you ever thought about the legacy you're building right now? The choices you make, the challenges you face, and the way you respond to life's difficulties. These will shape the person you become and the impact you have on the world. I want you to remember that you are not just living for today. You are living for the future generations, for those who will look to you for inspiration, for those who will see your story and know that if you can rise, so can they. So I ask you, what do you want your story to say? Do you want it to be a story of giving up when things got tough? Or do you want it to be a story of faith, perseverance, and victory? Every moment you continue to move forward, every time you choose to trust, you are writing a story that will inspire others. Your resilience is a beacon of hope to those around you. You may not see it now, but people are watching and they are learning from the way you handle your struggles. Your journey is unique and no one else can walk it for you. No one else can face your battles or experience your victories the way you will. You are walking a path that has been specially designed for you, and with every step, you are fulfilling your destiny. I have a purpose for your life that is greater than anything you could ever imagine. The trials you face are not by accident. They are part of the purpose I have for you. And with every challenge, you are getting one step closer to the greatness I have planned. Are you willing to trust the process? Are you willing to continue moving forward even when it seems like the road is unclear? Your faith, your courage, and your perseverance will determine how far you go. And I promise you, the best is yet to come. It's easy to look around and see others seemingly having it easier. It's easy to compare your journey to theirs and wonder why things aren't happening for you the way they are for others. But remember, your path is uniquely yours. What is for you will not pass you by. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. I am not asking you to do it all alone. You were never meant to. I am walking with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, and helping you in ways you can't even see. So don't be discouraged. Don't let the challenges of today make you lose sight of the promises of tomorrow. In those quiet moments of doubt, I want you to remember this. You are not alone. You are deeply loved. You are treasured beyond measure. I have placed dreams in your heart that are not meant to be forgotten or abandoned. The pain you feel today is the fuel that will propel you into your destiny. Every tear, every heartache, is shaping you into the person you are destined to become. You may not see it now, but you are already becoming the person you prayed to be. You are growing, you are evolving, and you are transforming into the version of yourself that I have always known you could be. Trust the process, trust the journey, and most of all, trust in me. And as you continue to walk this path, I ask you to do something. Stop and take a moment to look back. Look at how far you've come. See the victories you've already won. See the strength you've already gained. All those times you thought you couldn't make it, and yet here you are. That's not by your strength alone. It's my strength working through you. Keep moving forward. The future is filled with promise. The best days are yet to come. Amen.